Good afternoon. I'm back. This is Slinging Shots with Philip, and we've got another review for you today. But before we get started, make sure to do the customary like. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe to the channel so we can keep bringing you more of this Slingshot funness and goodness. And I promise I will try my best to keep a video going out for you guys every week while I'm able. At some point, we may have to miss a week. But for right now, we're on target and on schedule. So, what have we got to review today? This. Yep, I'm reviewing a black pouch. It holds your slings nice. It's got room for stuff in it. You can put some bands in there. You can put different stuff in there. And it's only $29.95 while supplies last. You order now and you get a free one for just the cost of shipping. No, that's not what it is. There's a cool slingshot in here, and my buddy Roy Perkins loaned it to me for this review. And it's a slingshot he got from GX Slings, Gorilla X Slingshots in South Africa. And it's like, that's a pretty cool looking setup. I said, Roy, can I review that on my channel? I'm sure the people in South Africa won't mind. And he said, sure. So he mailed it to me. And here it is. I'm going to open this up and show it to you. And I put my own purple bands on it. Roy sent it with some orange bands that matched the slingshot, but they were not set up like I like. They were too long, too short, too wide, too fat. I don't know. Anyway, I put my bands on it, so you're getting stuff from my perspective. But here it is. Dun, da, da, da. It's a beauty, huh? It's got a little cool form factor there to it. It's got a matching lanyard. I don't know if Roy added that or if it came with it. That I do not know. It's got their maker pin on it. So first impressions, it's a cool looking sling. Yeah, it's really cool looking. Before we dive into that, let's see what else is in the pouch. There's a bag here with some stuff that Roy sent along, bands and stuff. There's a little carrying bag. If you want to not carry it in a pouch, you can put it in the carrying bag. There's some buttons you can proudly wear on your hat or your shirt, promoting them. This is some bands. I don't know if they sent them or where they came from, but they were in here. And there's just a couple of buttons, and there's your nice mesh pouch there where you can hold stuff in there. So let me put this down and we'll get back to the sling. All right, so this is called the Reaper from GX Slings, the Reaper, okay? I messaged Dirk, who is someone who works for Gorilla Slings in South Africa, and I had some questions for him. And he sent me a video that kind of promotes the things about the slingshot that make it different. But in the process, I asked him, how much is this thing going to cost if somebody from America wanted to get it? And he did the math in his head, in his noggin. By the time you do shipping from South Africa, this frame will set you back about $250 US. That seems a little pricey. Yeah, it does. It's probably more than I would pay for one, because I'm just cheap. But $250. I've seen some custom maker slingshots by American makers that go well up into the $300 and $400 range. So if it's a good shooting slingshot in the colors you like, it's really, for a custom setup, it's not out of the question for someone in the US to be able to afford it. If you just like shooting and you're not a collector, or you just don't spend money on pro frames, then this is not for you. But if you like cool slingshots and you collect them, or you like professional level frames just because maybe they feel different or look different, set you apart, about $250 will get this delivered to your door from South Africa, which is a little pricey, but not out of the realm for what people spend for good custom made slings. Let's get into the specs on it. Let me grab my Scout LT2, which is kind of the standard bearer that I use to compare stuff to, because it's the first shot, it's the first slingshot that I learned to be accurate with. So let's compare it. This is how I always compare them. spot on about the same width, which is 94 millimeters. Okay. In the video I watched from Dirk regarding the particulars of a Slingshot, he mentioned that the fork widths are 25 millimeters, which is bigger than the Scout LT2. What does that mean? That means you can put some massive tapers on here. You could set this up with some heavy elastic. You could run like 25, 14 tapers and put some big fat bands on there, and you could be hunting and knocking stuff out. You could put some serious elastic on this. So it's got wide forks. So you can really experiment with different widths of tapers where maybe some Slingshots don't have that wide a width. There were two things I found particular interesting in the video, and these were like selling points that make it unique and better. One, he said the design of it, you can see it's kind of tapers down this way. He said it makes the grip more natural so your hand is straighter. So with your hand is straighter, you're going to shoot better because you're going to be more comfortable. Is that hype or is it real? Don't know. Let's look. All right, so here's my LT2. This is how I would normally shoot. Okay, and my hand looks like that. Okay, so let me put this one down and grab this one. So now, is my hand any different this way? Okay, I'm going to take what's comfortable here. Okay, I see something here that I'm noticing. Okay, now I'm going to take this out of my hand and I'm going to slip my LT2 in there. Okay, there is a very subtle difference here. Okay, and what I noticed, let me put this in my pocket. When I'm holding it out there and it's drawn, if you squeeze a little bit here, see that movement? That kind of pushes your wrist into a little bit straighter, more ergonomic position. Subtle. It's like that far. It's very small. It's hard to tell the difference. Does it make a difference in your shooting? It seems like it would help if it's over the long haul. If you're doing a lot of shots, it seems like it would help be more comfortable for shooting. So there's that. The other thing that he mentioned that I thought was really interesting is most Slingshots have a curve here. This one's straight. And he said the theory is when you're aiming down the bands and you've got your frame tops that are flat, this flat section here helps your mind focus better on your aiming because it's not curvy, it's straight. Does it work? It sounds logical. I'll give you that. But is it really making a difference in how you shoot? I don't know. That's what we're kind of here to try and play with and find out. Let me put this down. Otherwise, size-wise, it's about the same as most of your standard Slingshots. I'm not going to go into the length and all that. If you want that stuff, go to the website and look it up. But I did want to mention the wide forks in this thing and the way it grips, where it pushes your hands ever so slightly. That does change the feel. Now, I've shot it a few times, and it's really comfortable for a pinch grip like this, but it also works well for a thumb brace grip like this, which is my standard shooting method. However, when I'm shooting this one, for some reason my hand wants to go to pinch grip on it. Either one is going to be fine once your hand gets used to the frame, and it holds really well on either one. So if you want one that works really good on pinch or thumb brace, this really works. With the LT2, because this is tapered. See, this is tapered off here. The LT2, everything is the same width. I cannot shoot thumb brace on this because it tilts the frame and my shots go everywhere. So when I shoot the LT2, I'm strictly pinch grip. But this one, if I want to, I can shoot thumb brace grip. It works just fine. Okay? But for some reason, I'm more natural, comfortable with the pinch grip on this one. So there's some information there. Now, let's see how it shoots. How does it shoot? I've got some clay. My buddy Roy said, this is a custom frame, Philip. Don't shoot steel in it. Let me break it, not you. So I've got some clay pellets here, and we're going to shoot down range at the target. Let's see how we do. Boom, dead on that 40 millimeter. That's a good sign. Let's try another. Shooting at the smallest spinner downrange, the 40 millimeter spinner. Have to pardon a little bit of noise in the background. My neighbor's mowing. When he gets to the backyard, we're going to stop the film. That's 2 in a row, folks. Dude, that's pretty good. All right, so what am I thinking so far? I have to tell you, when I got out here to shoot it, when I first got it, before I came on, I wanted to know a little bit about it and feel comfortable with it before I came on the video. It took me a few shots to figure things out, to figure out, do I want to thumb brace or... But once I did, I got my anchor point set. It should be right where the LT2 is because it's the same width frame. I was hitting dead on. I was like, whoa, maybe that stuff, that hype is true. Am I consciously aware of this flat spot here? Or is it just subtly in my brain making it work better? I don't know, but let's see if we can get 3 in a row. Oh, missed it by that much. It was very close. Let's take a couple more shots. Sorry for all the noise. I live in town, folks. Finding a quiet time around here is near impossible. Let's try again. Oh, hit the string right next to it. One more. Oh, that one actually curved. And I missed it. Okay, one more. I got to hit it one more time. I'm blaming that on the clay ammo. It's the clay ammo's problem. It's not me. I would never mess up. My form is perfect. Got it. So 3 out of 5 shots. That's 60% dead on that 40 millimeter. So I think it shot really well. I do want to let you know one thing. I did set it up with a pair of Longdraw bands. I wanted to see how it would perform Longdraw. And honestly, it's fine. It worked about as good as my other Longdraw frames, but it wasn't any better than them for me. That's my personal take on it. Maybe I didn't spend enough time with it. I'm not going to spend weeks shooting this because I've got to get it back, but it felt good. It shot about the same as my other frames did. So I'm not going to dive in and show you me shooting and missing a bunch Longdraw because I still haven't perfected that yet. I'm still a work in progress. I just wanted to see how it would feel. And you don't want to see me, well, you might want to see me shoot a bunch and miss a bunch, but it's kind of embarrassing. So having said that, I'm not going to ding it at all because it was no better or worse than my Longdraw frames were. I liked it. It worked well. And if I practiced with this daily, I'm sure my Longdraw would be just as good or possibly better than the ones that I normally shoot on my Longdraw practice. But here's the deal. If I have to give it a ranking, Longdraw completely out of the equation, this baby's getting a 9, 9.5. It fits good in the hand. It feels right. Easy on pinch grip. Works great on thumb brace grip. Simple. And I was really, really accurate with this thing on the short draw. I like it. It works really well. People say all the time, the frame does not make the shooter. Technique, physics, and practice makes the shooter. Well, why is it that sometimes you pick a frame up and bam, you're on target and you can't miss? Or you pick a frame up, well, you maybe miss some, but you're so much more accurate. Honestly, I don't think the frame makes the shooter a good shooter, but a good frame that fits good in the hand ergonomically and feels right will take some of the distractions of things that aren't right away so that you can focus more on what you're doing. This one did that for me. The Reaper from GX Slings, Gorilla X Slingshots in South Africa. It felt good in the hand. The physics thing with the way it grips because of the design, it's a very subtle difference. Does it make me, is that what made me the better shooter? Or is it the straight part in the frame? So your eye is more inclined to line up with these straight edges. Does that make it a better shooter for me? I don't know. Those are subtle things. Now, if you give me the same frame with a curved piece in it, curved fork, and let me compare them, then I'll know. I think they're very subtle little things designed into the frame with intent that makes it feel good. And when it feels good, you're going to be able to focus better. So ergonomic wise, with the whole wrist thing and the way your wrist lines up, yeah, that might have a little something to do with it. The flat spot in the forks, that might have a little something to do with it. So I got to give them credit for that. That was some smart thinking there, Gorilla over in South Africa. Nice job. Anyway, I would give this thing a good solid 9.5 because it really, really shot well. So for my friend Roy that sent this to me, don't worry, I'll send it back. Promise, I'll send it back. I might want to look at it for a few more days. Just a good slingshot. Anyway, all right, so let's wrap that up. Don't worry, Roy, it's coming back to you. It'll be back in your possession soon. All right, so in final wrapping this thing up, if you make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, let me know what else you've got that you would like to see reviewed. If you've got something really special like this and you want me to review it, if you want to send it to me, I'll review it and I'll send it back. I can't go out and buy every slingshot on the market, as cool as that would be. I can't do that. But I can review whatever I get my hands on. So feel free to let me know if you've got something you'd like to see on the channel. I'll be glad to feature it, shoot it, and give you my honest thoughts on it. I'm not a reviewer like some people to get all the down and dirty, nerdy stuff. I just hold it up next to my LT2 that I like. Yep, looks pretty good. And then we talk about how it feels and what I do with it in my hand. That's how I review my slingshots. So having said all that, get yourself one. In America, it's about 250 bucks. In South Africa, it is much cheaper because you don't have to worry about shipping. Thanks for watching, everybody. Appreciate it. Thanks for all the comments and everything that you guys leave for us. It's truly a pleasure to make these videos and have fun hanging out with my friends. If you haven't caught some of our live streams, subscribe to my channel. You'll get notified when we go live. I try and do it once or twice a week just to hang out with friends and do some shooting. Till next time, go out and bust some cans. God bless, and we'll see you in the next video.